Are you ready for a fun night of high school football? We have it. It's Les Schwab Tire's Friday Night Rivals tonight. Exeter is at Strathmore. We are expecting an absolutely wild game. The pregame show is sponsored by Donald P. Dick Air and Solar. 54 years of Mr. Cool. The fans are packing the joint already. Cam, they were here 45 minutes ago. The seats were full. They were making noise. This is going to be a crazy night.
This is small town football in the valley. Everybody talks about Texas towns shutting down for football. It's exactly what we're going to see tonight in Strathmore.
Yeah, you know, in these days when everyone wants to be big time. This is not that big time, but it's big time, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, it's big time. And the effort we'll see from these guys on the field tonight will be big time.
Let's talk about some of the guys we're going to see and your players to watch. We'll start with Strathmore, Isaiah Kalunga and Gerardo Ruiz.
Yeah, Kalunga is the quarterback. He's the signal caller. He's the most explosive weapon on the field for either school tonight. As he goes, this Strathmore offense goes. Ruiz is another guy with a lot of experience. He will carry the ball. He'll be the leading carry rusher out of the backfield. Those two have to have a big night to offset Exeter's explosive offense on the other side.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Exeter then. Your guys are Jacob Molina and Joseph Ruiz.
Yeah, Jacob Molina, returning starting quarterback, 28 touchdowns, 5 picks as a junior, a lot of experience. He's very poised. He leads this Exeter offense very well. Ruiz was the most physical tackler last year. Now he's also on the offensive side of the football, so he'll play a big role on both sides for Exeter tonight.
Okay, our academic athlete is sponsored by Donald P. Dick Heating, Air and Solar. 54 years of Mr. Cool, and here he is.
The way I balance academics and athletics is I basically just focus in the classroom because you have a lot of time in the classroom to get stuff done. Make sure I get all my homework done before practice, and if I have any left, I do that before I even eat when I get home. And then once I eat, I focus on my sports. I go over plays every night, and then I go to bed early so that I have time to wake up early in the morning and work the same thing next day.
All right, this is the calm before the storm. All of a sudden, everybody's kind of quiet. I don't know what happened, but we know what they can do, and we're about to see it and hear it. So stay with us. We're coming back with the kickoff and get this thing going. Stay tuned. You're watching Les Schwab Tire's Friday Night Rivals.
Strathmore, how we doing?
We're good, yourself?
Good. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Exeter, how we doing? How we doing, guys? Hey, good. Shake hands. Introduce yourself.
All right, welcome back to Les Schwab Tire's Friday Night Rivals. Strathmore against Exeter. Captains have met at midfield, and it is quiet. But just a couple of minutes ago in the commercials, they were screaming again. So you're going to get a taste of it, I think, throughout throughout this game, probably from start to finish.
This is a big one. This is always competitive. Strathmore defending 7A state champs. Exeter beat them last year. Exeter went out in the semifinals of the Division IV playoff. So
I think we're about to have the national anthem. I'll send it to Kevin, and he can send it to the anthem if we get it. Kevin?
Spartans! What is your profession? Spartans! This is
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise.
See, Ralph and Cam, I brought more Spartans than you. Let's go, Spartans! Woo! National anthem, Markov.
Good evening, Spartan fans. And welcome Exeter fans to tonight's main event of the evening as your Strathmore Spartans host the Exeter Monarchs.
All right, they're just starting. The fun is about to begin.
the game's just starting. The crowd has been going for a while.
Crowd's been going for
Now
an
they
hour.
finally get something to really cheer about.
Exeter fans, you guys in the house over there?
Tonight's kickoff weather sponsored by Lee's Air Plumbing, Heating, and Roofing, your local trusted comfort experts. 96 degrees at kickoff tonight. Probably down into the mid-80s by the fourth quarter.
Nice breeze though. Doesn't feel that warm at all. Oh man, I'm pumped, Ralph. This is going to be such a good game. These are two physical football teams. They are going to go at it for 4 straight quarters. Let's
Tonight's
go.
first quarter sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call.
No Kolunga back deep, although he does return. He does return punts. He has returned kicks. He's just a dangerous weapon with the ball in his hands.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Sergio Pena to kick it off.
Monarchs set to kick. Spartans ready to receive and return.
Low kick, taking on a couple of bounces at about the 15, 20, 25, 30. Out past the 35. Tonight's closed captioning is sponsored by Sante Health, Sante Physicians. The best doctors, the best choice.
Really nice starting field position for Strathmore, getting the ball first, and we see Isaiah Kolunga go to work. This guy's a weapon. He's a long strider. Reminds you a little of Colin Kaepernick, but Strathmore wants to do one thing: pound the football.
And they hand it off on first down out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. That's Gerardo Ruiz.
Ruiz will be carry the bulk of the carries out of the backfield. Kalunga will keep it himself quite a bit as well. But this is what Strathmore wants to do. They're very deliberate with their operation. They're not in a hurry. They're going to huddle after every play. Kalunga's going to come to the sideline, get the play, relay that back to his teammates, and we're going to see some heavy box counts tonight, Ralph, because Strathmore wants to really set a physical tone.
Kalunga will run it himself across the 45, spins away from one tackler, drags another close to that first down marker, about a half-yard short.
First down marker. 31 coming up.
We look at our keys to the game tonight, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal. Exeter stays stingy. They've only given up 7 points the last 2 games combined. Keep that defense working at a high level and spread the love. A lot of weapons on that Exeter offense to spread the ball to for Strathmore. Grind them down, stick them up. Grind them down with this run game. Possess the ball and then stick them up. Sticky coverage in the secondary because Exeter's going to put the ball up in the air.
I don't know if he made it. Looked like he was stopped right at the line. May have lost a half a yard on the 3rd and 1, so it is 4th down.
Yeah, this is right around the 50-yard line. You know, Jeremy Blackwell, this program is built on physicality, built on working hard, built on if we need 1 yard on 4th and 1 at midfield, we're going to run the football and get that 1 yard. They also have Kalunga. He can get to the edge really quickly, but I expect them to go right at this Exeter defense to try to pick up this first down.
And here we go. 4th and 1.
Ruiz in the backfield. Kalunga on the keeper, and they're going to stop play. Whistles and a flag. It's going to be motion. Somebody move. And all of a sudden, a 4th and 1 is a 4th and 6.
Yeah, this is
Before the snap.
it's a different decision.
Also, the offense has to be a
Offense, number 44. 5-yard penalty.
And we will repeat 4th down.
Yeah, not the way you want to start for Strathmore. You got in that 3rd and 1. You expect in 3rd and 1 those short yardage distances you're going to be able to move the sticks, and they kept the offense on the field. They were going to try and convert that 4th and 1, but a self-inflicted wound. That procedural penalty backs them up. Now they're kicking the ball back to Exeter.
Matthew Santuza with the low line drive kick across the 30, 35, 40. Push to the 45-yard line.
About the 45. One rush ball, 1st and 10. Make that the 44.
Owen Robertson on the return. Tonight's injury report sponsored by Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel better, faster.
Yeah, first look at Jacob Molina on the other side for Exeter tonight. As I said, returning starting quarterback, very productive last year, took care of the football, took him to a 1-touchdown loss to Dos Palos in the semifinals of the Division IV playoffs. He's a really nice signal caller for this Exeter offense.
On first down, Molina fakes the handoff, keeps it, gets to the 50-yard line and stopped there. Noah Pavone, one of those on the tackle for Strathmore.
It's a lot of bodies around the line of scrimmage. I mean, we will see Exeter go 3 or 4 wide. We'll see Strathmore go 3 or 4 wide at times, but both of these offense really built on running the football, setting that physical tone, trying to get an advantage in the box tight around the line of scrimmage. This is the type of football that we're going to see all night long. Just a lot of bodies around the line of scrimmage, running backs trying to find a hole, pick up some positive yardage.
Molina going to keep it again. Stuffed in the backfield for a loss. A loss of a couple. Let's see where they mark it.
Austin Wiggins. In there.
Lost back to the 49, so a loss of 1.
Nice job by this Strathmore defense. Looked like timing was just a little bit off. That jet sweep motion didn't clear far enough. Nowhere for Molina to go. Nice penetration from the front 4 of that Strathmore defense. And 3rd and 5 for Exeter offensively. Right around midfield. Don't expect that they need this on 3rd down. If it's 4th and short, I think we see the Exeter offense stay on the football field so they can run it, they can throw it right here in this situation.
And Molina will throw. Pulls it down. And he'll run with it to the 45. Out of bounds inside the 45 at about the 43. And that will be good enough for his first down.
Nice scramble. He's a good enough athlete to when things break down. He can tuck it and run. The defender a little bit lost that time, but nice job by Molina. Nobody open initially, tucks it, knows he has to get to the sticks to keep his offense on the field, just does that and is able to convert on 3rd down. Nice recognition by Molina. Nobody open. Let's try and pick this up with our legs.
1st and 10 is sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. New set of downs from the 43. Molina will throw to the far side. Pass is complete inside the 40, down to the 30-yard line.
Pass to the right side there. That's going to move the chains once
Cash
again.
Morales, the receiver. That'll move the sticks one more time. Another 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture, to the 30-yard line.
Just an extension of the run game. Get it out quick, get it to one of your weapons. 2 blockers in front of Cash Morales. He does a nice job of making the free player miss, using the speed to pick up a 1st down. But we'll see that from Exeter. They'll still run it out of 4 wide, no doubt on 1st down, but we'll see him pick it up and use some quick game to pick up a nice chunk on 1st down.
Molina with the handoff and a nice shoe-top tackle by the defender. Ball carrier, Mikhail Luna. But not much there.
Last 1st down snaps, Exeter's in 4 wide receivers. This 1st down snap, they're in 1 wide receiver. So we're going to see a lot of different personnel groupings on the field tonight. And they can run it or throw it out of any of those personnel groupings, out of any of those formations. Both of these offense are very diverse in how they try to attack you here. 2 wides with a wing back. This looks like a heavy run set.
Pass again to the perimeter. This time it is complete. This is Robertson getting inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line.
Pass to the right side.
That'll be another 1st and 10 brought to you by Serrano's Furniture.
1st down.
Nice job by Exeter. That wing back is lined up in the backfield. You're thinking run game. He motions wide to set up the quick pass game. So get a big body out in front. And we saw for the 2nd time tonight that quick hitch screen with 2 blockers in front of a ball carrier. Earlier was Morales. This time Robertson has moved the chains for Exeter. Strathmore, nice job getting there. They just need to make tackles in space, and they have not done that yet tonight.
Red Zone is sponsored by Toyota. Molina keeps the football inside the 5-yard line. And that'll be a 1st and goal.
Design quarterback run game. One of the problems with having a quarterback who can carry the football is that creates a number advantage for the offense. So usually your quarterback is out of the run game. He's a player not doing anything. Now instead of your running back carrying it, that running back is a lead blocker for your quarterback. So it's a different problem that needs an additional body around the line of scrimmage. And here we go, big bodies for Exeter.
Yeah, Wyatt Stockton's the fullback. He gets it down to about the half-yard line.
44 Charlie Gates making the tackle.
Do not expect to see another personnel group on the field right here. In fact, wouldn't surprise me to see Molina just try and sneak this one in. Maybe a little tush push from his big fullback to get him in the end zone.
And again, flags fly. Hang on.
I don't know if Molina quite got set before he took that snap from center. Like he was moving a little bit forward when that ball was snapped.
Before the snap, encroachment, defense number 11, half the distance to the goal, 2nd down.
Well, half the distance from the half-yard line.
Not a bad penalty. Try to jump a snap, see if you can make something happen. If you jump off sides, it's a 1/4 of a yard. No harm, no foul.
Molina with the push from the fullback behind. He did get a little help from Stockton, and it's in for the touchdown. An impressive opening drive for the Exeter Monarchs.
Very impressive, and it all started with Strathmore had 4th and 1 at midfield. You expect them to pick it up. Instead, false start. They punted away to Exeter, and then really some physical football, nice runs with Molina when it broke down, or design runs, and then quick games. Strathmore is going to have to get more bodies out when the Exeter throws the football quick to the perimeter to gang tackle those receivers, because there's some weapons on the perimeter for Exeter.
Aaron Garcia with the extra point, and it's good. We have points. An impressive drive for the Exeter Monarchs gives them an early 7-0 lead. Timeout. You're watching Les Schwab Tire's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the U.S. Army. For a sideline report, Kevin.
The Strathmore Spartans are all about school spirit and giving back to the community. And Dia de los Muertos will be coming up on November the 2nd. And Sandra, y'all do something very special here. What can we expect for Dia de los Muertos?
So actually, for the past 2 years, Strathmore High has hosted its very own Dia de los Muertos festival. And I remember last year we fed the whole community pozole. And on top of that, our Strathmore High clubs fundraise things like food and pastries. Strathmore loves bonding with our community, and something we did to bond with them is we played games like Loteria, and it was just a very great bonding experience.
Fantastic. Brings the entire community together, feeds the entire community. It is a wonderful event. And then, Alex, last year, right around the time of Dia de los Muertos, there was a family that suffered a devastating fire. They lost their home and all their belongings. But this community rallied behind them. What did you all do?
On top of building a bond with the community around us, Strathmore has also formed a family-like community. For example, we have created fundraisers for loss of family, and also fundraisers to help each other around, to help one another. For example, Strathmore, for the loss of the family, we did a fundraiser and wore their favorite colors in memory of them and did a moment of silence. Strathmore is a family-like community and love to bond with one another.
Indeed. School spirit, giving back to the community. That's Strathmore strong. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kevin, and good job by those young ladies.
Awesome.
They talk better than me, and I get paid.
That was awesome. Love to see it. All right, Strathmore at home, defending 7A state champs. Exeter just takes it right down the field and takes a 7-0 lead. Now it's time to respond.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank, FFB, your football fanatical bank.
Hernandez on the return.
Hernandez on the return out about the 25-yard line.
On the 25. And that's where Strathmore will set up shop. First and 10.
Now they're going to see if they can do something to get this crowd going.
Yeah, they're just waiting for something to get going. They were loud before the game, loud when Exeter was on defense, but that was a nice drive. Nice.
Yeah, a mix of those what's kind of extended handoffs.
Yeah, little hitch screens and then some power run game. It's, like I said, both of these offense very diverse in how they attack you.
Going to the near side, this is Rodriguez to the 25, then pushed back.
Rodriguez on the run.
Nice job that time by defensive end Nico Calderon holding that edge. He let the back get outside of him, but it was such at a flat level that he only picked up about 2 yards, and he had to run all the way to the sideline as that perimeter defender. That's exactly what you want to do. String that out. Don't let them turn the corner. Don't let them get vertical. Nicely defended.
Quarterback is going to run it, but there was nothing there. Look to the right side, then altered that to the middle, and there's more trouble there. So nothing on second down. Third and about 8.
Yeah, not the down and distance that Strathmore really wants to be in. I mean, they want to stay ahead of the sticks on first and second downs. That time, Kalunga just a little bit impatient. It looked like he had a seam if he just stayed patient and allowed that one to develop to the perimeter. Instead, he cut it back inside, nowhere to go. It's a big third down. It's early in this game, but Exeter just went down and scored with relative ease. Strathmore needs to answer with something here on offense.
And it looked like they wanted to throw it to the perimeter to Hernandez, but that didn't work. So they pulled it down and ran. And they're going to face another punting situation.
Nicely defended by Exeter. It looks like they ran just that little fake screen, maybe the bubble screen. He could get rid of it, but that looked like a design run for Kalunga. But again, Exeter defensively not fooled. Eyes in the correct spot. They didn't fall for the window dressing, that motion and out wide. Read the blockers in front, did a nice job converging on Kalunga in the middle of that Strathmore offensive line. Another big stop for Exeter on defense.
Robertson went back and got the punt over his head, and he's going to be stopped at about the 33-yard line. Here's our weekly financial wellness tip sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time.
Hey, Kevin Miller here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Learn the basics of budgeting. Sticking to a budget is a crucial part of financial planning that allows you to take control of your money to reach your financial goals. This was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thanks, Kevin. Now it's up to Strathmore to figure out a defensive strategy to stop this.
That's right.
Early.
You know, they were in good position on those hitch screens, just didn't make those open field tackles. You have to run through contact, make those tackles in the open field. Because if you don't stop what Exeter's doing, they will just continue to do it for 4 straight quarters.
High snap. Pass to the side. Madden hustles across the 45-yard line.
Again, Strathmore with an opportunity to make that tackle for no gain. Instead, when you're running these quick screens, you're going to have most of the time blockers out in front. And if not, you're a free player and you're the only free player out in space to make that tackle. If you don't make it, there's a lot of space for that ball carrier to pick up positive yardage. Third time tonight we've seen missed tackle converted into a first down for Exeter.
And the 1st and 10 sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Quarterback keeper. Good defensive stop by Hernandez. It's a very short gain, 2 yards.
Long center of 54 as well.
And not a lot going with the power run game for either of these offenses yet. You know, Kalunga's a big strider. When he gets into the open field, he can go with anybody. Molina is a little bit stouter. He's a more physical runner of the football, but both defenses have done a nice job of bottling that interior run game up so far.
Molina looks to throw to the near side. Off with the fingertips of Aiden Martinez, the intended receiver, incomplete. Tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. There's a member of that Spartan cheer squad. And the Smile Cam, sponsored by Toyota.
Nice big third down, 3rd and 8. Opportunity for Strathmore to get off the football field. 4 wide for Exeter.
Molina going to throw deep down the far sideline. Pass is caught. Robertson went up and got it.
Wow, just fantastic coverage that time by Raymond Rodriguez, running stride for stride with Robertson. Robertson just goes up and mosses the cornerback right over the top of Rodriguez. This was textbook vertical shot. Great coverage that time, but Robertson went up just a little bit too high for Rodriguez, right over the top. Ooh, man. I've seen a lot of those Randy Moss highlights. Unfortunately, I was on the wrong side of a couple of those, but that's a big-time catch on a 3rd and 8 where they took a vertical shot down the field. What a toss and what a grab from Robertson.
In the Toyota red zone. Handoff. Picking his way to the near side. Calderon, the ball carrier. Took a pretty good hit at the end of that run.
Yeah, Strathmore's, they've been in position around just about every play, bigger play that Exeter has made tonight. It's just been a physical mistake. It's been a missed tackle. It's been getting beat in space. That time, Robertson just going up over the top of Rodriguez. They are aligned correctly. They're playing with great technique. Now they just have to finish the play and try to keep Exeter out of the end zone on their second drive.
Fake to Calderon. Pass to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. A little too tall for Martinez.
Pass is incomplete.
And the incomplete pass will end the first quarter. We played 1. Exeter
That's
with
the
a
end of the first
7-0
quarter.
lead over Strathmore. The first quarter has been sponsored by BD&J Injury Lawyers. Make the right call. We'll be back right after this. Glass. Oh, you heard them all. Every word you heard. No filter. All right, welcome back. We're ready for the start of the second quarter. It's 7-0 lead for Exeter. And Strathmore needs to make a defensive stand here with the Monarchs knocking on the door.
They do. They do. Second drive of the game for Exeter. They've looked nice, moved the ball both times now. Strathmore, big bodies in the game.
Pitch to Calderon. Bounces it outside, going for the pylon. And it is touchdown.
Again, this Strathmore defense. This Strathmore defense in position to make plays, but just not finishing the play. That time, Calderon didn't have the edge. He cut it up inside and then bounced out, and that secondary contained player for Strathmore just couldn't get to the edge. Nice run by Calderon. Nothing there originally, cut it back in, and then was able to bounce it out to get into the end zone. That's a big scoring drive again for Exeter. Strathmore got to start finishing those plays. They have to get guys on the ground in space because Exeter is executing at a high level. We see nice job turning that one back in, but then that secondary contain, that cornerback needs to get downhill quicker. Don't allow Calderon to get to the sideline. Force him back inside to where all your pursuit is coming from. Nice job by Calderon that time. As I said, couldn't get to the perimeter initially, cut it back inside, and then bounced out and found space, was able to get into the end zone.
A big thank you to this year's trophy sponsor, Ace Trophy and Clovis, for all your custom award design needs. Tonight's second quarter is sponsored by Bonner Lacefield Marine, serving the Central Valley since 1939.
Third chance for Exeter. Have not picked up a first down on two drives tonight. Had the third one, had the fourth and one that they lost to a false start, and then 3rd and 8, last possession, tried the quarterback design run game. Nothing happening for them in the interior of this Exeter defense. We'll see if they make an adjustment on this third drive of the night.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Sergio Pena with the kickoff. Bounces at the 15. Out across the 25 to the 30-yard line.
Return to the 30. He sparks the ball first and 10.
So that's where Strathmore goes back on offense. Rodriguez on the return.
You don't want to call it possession, the first possession of the second quarter, a huge possession, but this is a pretty big possession for Strathmore. Exeter's touched it twice. They've driven it right down the field both times. Strathmore they've yet to get going, have yet to move the sticks one time. The quarterback run game has been bottled up. They need to sustain a drive here to change a little bit of this momentum in this football game.
Colunga's going to keep it and run. Across the 30-32, and then the late penalty flag comes in.
Ooh, not sure.
Some kind of late hit out of bounds?
Yeah, I think he did get tossed to the ground. Don, did you see anything? Okay.
Personal foul, force collar tackle, defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Wade Van Hooser's our referee tonight.
Horse collar in the same mode as a face mask, right? Just a little different area of the player.
Penalty takes the ball out to the 47. First and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Colunga looking to throw, rolling to the near side, can't find anybody open, he's going to run. Cuts it inside at the 50, then he's pushed out of bounds, then very late by Stockton. And now he got something going on.
No.
Stockton throwing punches.
No.
He's probably short for this game. Wow.
Yeah, this is not what you really want to see.
Wyatt Stockton, a senior, drawing the wrath of the crowd. Sheriffs showed up.
Another flag on Exeter. Look, it was a late hit out of bounds. They threw the flag immediately. It was going to be a personal foul on Exeter. And then, hey, There's some guys on Strathmore's sideline. They're sticking up for their quarterback. This was excessive. This was not okay. They're sticking up for their quarterback, and then Stockton starts throwing punches. You just can't escalate it to that point. I mean, you really can't. Hey, I have no problem with guys protecting their quarterback. That was egregious, and it was late. And then, hey, just go line up again. You can't start doing this. That's not acceptable on the sideline of a football game. It's not acceptable anywhere, really. You have to stay cool. You have to keep your cool in a...
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 40. Number 40 has been disqualified from the ball game. Also, after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 7, half the distance to the goal. Both penalties will be enforced. First down.
Yeah, Don? Yeah, I 100% agree. He didn't throw one punch, he threw multiple punches. So you can't continue in a football game like that. It's, football is an emotional game. You play with emotion all the time. High emotion too, not regular emotion. You cannot lose your cool in that way and really not just hurt yourself, but hurt your team. This is 30 yards of penalty given to an offense that has really yet to get going. So big mistake. I know that Stockton will learn from that one, but that's a mistake that is going to hurt him and it's going to hurt this football team tonight.
Fans, you can watch a replay of tonight's game. Head over to YouTube, search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59. Click the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week, and I imagine a lot of people are going to be viewing what just happened right there with the fight and the ejection. And let's see if it sparks Strathmore. Kalunga looking to throw. Ball is deflected and nearly intercepted.
Almost. And Kalunga's he's been grabbing his hand ever since he kind of got tossed into the training table. Not sure if he landed on it, hit the training table with his hand, but he's not very comfortable.
Ineligible downfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
I think that penalty should be a loss of down, but that's because I'm a defensive player. Try to cheat and you get caught, so you should lose the down, I think. But here we go, 1st and 15 for Strathmore.
Victor Rodriguez, screen back this way, and the pass is too high and incomplete for Ruiz.
Oh, he had him too. He had blockers in front, kind of that fake roll. Kalunga acting like he's going to go out to his right. Ruiz coming back to his left with some blockers in front. If he just takes a half a second longer, secures that throw, puts it on the money, Ruiz is maybe running into the end zone. That was well set up by Strathmore, but again, just not finishing plays, whether it's defensively or that one, just a little bit off on the accuracy from Kalunga.
Going to throw again. Has Ruiz out there in front of him, but instead goes deeper toward the goal line. The ball is caught and immediately stopped short of the goal line. That's Charlie Gates in the receiving end.
Charlie Gates, the 4.5 student, making a big catch over the middle of the field. Again, rolling, getting Kalunga outside the pocket. He's very comfortable on the move. That time looking back across the middle of the field. Sees Charlie Gates running scot-free. He did have Ruiz initially in the flat, decided to hold on, see if Charlie Gates would come open. He came open right over the middle of the field. 1st and goal set up for the Strathmore offense.
And the Spartans are in the red zone, sponsored by Toyota. 1st and goal. Handoff stopped short. Boy, it's hard to spot some of these balls they've had the first couple of times. They're so close to the goal line.
2nd and goal, 2 inches to go.
very, very close inside the 1 yard line. I love the quarterback sneak inside the one. I mean, just get your big bodies to push a little bit. Let your quarterback kind of dip inside, find a little gap, and just fall into the end zone.
Safest play. Don't deal with a handoff. Just take and go. But he is going to hand it off. It's Ruiz in the end zone. Touchdown, Strathmore.
Just as effective. Giving it to the fullback. Ruiz. That's what Strathmore needed. They needed points on that drive. Down 14-zip. Very quickly, 2 possessions for each team. Avi Hernandez, sorry, not Ruiz, takes it in. It's a big answer. And Exeter played a big part in that. 30 yards of penalties to set them up inside the red zone. And then Kalunga with a nice rollout back across the field. And then Avi Hernandez getting in the end zone for Strathmore.
All right, let's send it downstairs to Kevin Miller for a sideline report. Kevin.
You hear the chants. I am here in the greatest student section, the Strathmore Spartans! Hey, what's good about being a Spartan? Number 44, Charlie Gant! Charlie, they're spelling it out! Charlie, 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 Charlie! Captain America! What's good about being a Spartan? The student section! Number 1, student section! They're looking to win the most spirited student section on Friday Night Rivals! Ralph Camp, back to you! Spartans!
All right, thank you, Kevin. And now we'll see. Is this a turning point? Was that fight a turning point in this game?
Yeah, I mean,
it led to the touchdown.
Yeah, they were fired up too. I mean, don't come onto our sideline and throw our quarterback into the training table. That's just not cool. We're not going to allow that to happen. They responded. A nice finish to that drive, finally executing well enough to get some points on the board. Now this defense has got to step up. 2 drives, they've been in position. They just haven't been able to finish. Now it's time to start finishing defensively.
Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. And yeah, it looks like the Spartans might be a little fired up now.
Yeah, tackle inside the 20, man. They used to pay a lot of money in the NFL. You bring a guy down on kickoff inside the 20. Avi Hernandez does not leave the football field, plays both ways. Charlie Gates, same way. That's what you're going to see. Small town football, there are so many guys that go both ways. They don't leave the football field. This crowd is fired up. This Strathmore team is fired up. Now they just have to execute. Now they have to finish. Put yourself in position and finish the play.
Molina going to throw. Can't find anybody open. So he's going to scramble and get blasted from behind. Coming in there again. This is the guy who made the great catch down at the goal line, Gates.
Charlie Gates, man. Playing both ways. Causing havoc in the defensive backfield. That time chasing down Molina from behind. Nice job getting free and pursuing the quarterback. Nobody open. Nice coverage on the back end by Strathmore that time. Nowhere to go with the ball. Molina had to tuck it. Was trying to see if somebody would come open down the field, but then Charlie Gates, too quick pursuing from the backside.
Second and 8. Hand off to Calderon. Breaks a tackle. Gets across the 25. Still on his feet. Then he's dropped at about the 27, 28-yard line. That'll be good for another first down. 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
Nice job by Calderon, but again, missed tackles by this Strathmore defense. Guys are in position to make plays. They just have to start finishing those plays. Nice job by Calderon, though, working his way through that defense.
He'll take it again out to about the 35-yard line.
Exeter doing a nice job with their wingback, Stephen Singh Pranch. I think maybe you can help me out with that one. But they're doing a nice job of, he's lining up as a wingback in the backfield, but he's changing his point of attack. He's lead blocking straight ahead. He's working to the edge and picking off the edge player. They're doing a nice job of, regardless of where he lines up, he ends up at different points within this run game. It's tough for Strathmore to get a key on where he's going to end up.
Quarterback's going to keep it out to about the 40-yard line.
This is a little bit more of the offense I expected to see. It's been kind of quick strike for Exeter, and it's because they found space in the passing game. They've gotten the ball to their athletes in space, and their athletes have had success on those quick hitch screens. This is more of where they want to be more often. That power run game, deliberate, just like Strathmore, deliberate operation offensively. They do have an advantage on the perimeter. That's why we've seen them go there. But, you know, Exeter is built on this style of offense.
On 1st and 10, Calderon bounces it outside, breaks a tackle. Gets to, well, let's check the flag. Gets out to about the 44.
Usually holding in that area of the field.
During the run, holding. Offense number 61. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. First down.
Sometimes I feel like the symbol for holding should replace the NFL logo. It's every kickoff, every punt.
Yep, there are times, right? Yeah, Blake Collin caught that time. Been a pretty clean game outside of the fight. Been a relatively clean game.
Well, the fight might have added something to it. It certainly seemed to ignite Strathmore. The Spartans were looking like, you know, they were going to be an early knockout.
Yeah, no doubt. They've responded.
And you go 1st and 20 coming up.
Pass is deep, intended again out there for the tall receiver again, and he hauled it in. Owen Robertson didn't really have to go up for it this time. It was dropped right in there. But Robertson with a big game.
That was a dime, too, from Jacob Molina again. Rodriguez just outmatched physically by Robertson. Robertson 6'1". Rodriguez listed at 5'6". He uses that 7-inch advantage, and Molina just drops it in the bucket, allows his receiver a chance to go up, catch it at its highest point. Second time tonight. Great coverage by Rodriguez. He's just got to try and get up and high point that football. Excellent job by Robertson coming down with that one again.
Calderon, the ball carrier, stops and changes direction. Gets down to the 30-yard line. And the Monarchs are back to doing what they did those first couple of drives. Mixing up the pass and the run. Chewing up the clock, moving the chains.
Doing a very nice job. You know, they're 1st and 20. They're backed up. They pick up a little chunk and then put one up. They've executed, whether they're quick game, vertical game, power run game. They've executed all of it very well so far in this first half.
Calderon breaks through into the secondary. He could be gone. 10-5, touchdown.
Number 2, Nico Calderon breaks loose with a 31-yard score.
Nico Calderon is a problem out of the backfield tonight. Getting the job done for Exeter. First time tonight, a breakdown on the Strathmore defense. Gave up the sideline, which you cannot do, especially to a running back who can accelerate the way Nico Calderon does. Rodriguez loses contain, allows Calderon to get to the sideline, and it's off to the races.
The touchdown is good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 2. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah, so emotions very high down there tonight.
A little excessive celebration on Nico Calderon.
Here we go.
Aaron Garcia is plenty of leg on that extra point. It's true. And a 21-7 lead now for Exeter over Strathmore. They're kind of shocked, I think, down here at Strathmore. The Monarchs have quieted the crowd. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. We're taking a timeout. It's Exeter 21, Strathmore 7 on Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. Welcome back, everybody. It's been kind of a dominant first half so far for the Exeter Monarchs. Big plays in the running game from Nico Calderon. Just came off a 31-yard touchdown run there to extend the lead to 21-7 with 6 minutes left before halftime.
Can't shoot the football, though, with the celebration. You can't do that. You can't throw the ball up and act like you're shooting. You just can't do it. You'll get a flag every time if you do that, which is what Calderon did.
I can do it. I'm up here in the press box.
You can do it up here, no doubt. Don might throw a flag on us, but that's it.
The kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Found a hole there for a while. Rodriguez nearly broke it. Gets it all the way out to the 49-yard line. So a good return for Rodriguez. Puts the Spartans in good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, he had a seam. He had blockers in front. Looks like if he cuts that one back to the right, that he has a lot of space, but still taking this one out to midfield. Nice starting field position. That's the dude, Isaiah Kalunga. Strathmore has got to get him going. Get him outside the pocket. Get some quarterback design run game on the perimeter. Use his speed to hurt this Exeter defense.
Screen. 45-40 down to the 35. Boy, lowered his pads and just took on the defender, Brody Riggy, straight on. But Hernandez with a big-time play after the reception. And it's going to be a 1st and 10, sponsored by Solano Spinner.
Nice design again. They had this screen earlier. Kalunga missed the throw that time. Right on the money to Hernandez. Hernandez running with some anger, finishing that one at the point of attack. Nice pickup on the first play of this drive.
Kind of things you expected to see from
exactly
Strathmore
what you expected to see. That's right.
Now the roll, now coming back, still trying to find some room. Now he's got room to run, but can he find anybody open? He's going to throw it downfield to the end zone, incomplete. Tipped away by Brody Riggy again. The intended receiver was Austin Wiggins, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by Riggy that time, staying on his coverage. That was a long play, Kalunga. Nice job trying to find something, allowing those routes to develop, not under pressure. Gets outside the pocket a little bit, just a bit underthrown. Riggy, nice job knocking that one away. That was a big play waiting to happen. Nice job by the DB making that play.
Right after the game, stay tuned for Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's coming up on the CW59.
But that's what Kalunga can do. Get him outside the pocket. Let him extend plays. Let him find guys down the field. Let him tuck it and run. when he doesn't have anything in the pass game. That's the type of athlete he is.
Thought it might have been a penalty on it. No flag, though. It's a timeout. Strathmore wants to set some strategy with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, they've kind of abandoned the run game a bit. You know, they've tried to get Kalunga outside the pocket. That throwback screen, very nicely executed. See if they come back to the run game, move some bodies around, see if they can create some space in the run game.
Here's our weekly financial wellness tip, sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time.
Hey, Kevin Miller here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Get comfortable with banking. Learning how to manage your finances via banking online and in person is a skill that everyone should have. This is brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Kalunga going to run it. Gets away from the first defender, cuts it inside at the 30. Tried to go upfield and was blasted out of bounds at about the 27.
Best run in the quarterback design run game tonight for Strathmore, and it was Kalunga getting to the edge, finishing that run physically. Man, this is an emotional game. I'm telling you, both of these teams are pumped up. This is a big game every year on the schedule. Kalunga's got to be the guy. He has to be the guy to match the explosiveness on the other side for Exeter.
And Kalunga trying to be the guy, lowers the shoulder again, and there's a late flag. I think Kalunga kind of drew that. And that's going to give them probably a 15-yard penalty.
Jeremy Blackwell telling him, hey, you did have a hole inside. If you have a chance to get vertical quickly.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 21. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Well, he just made a nice tackle over on the sideline with a pretty big hit.
Yep. I had a few of those in my day, Ralph. A big hit, you get pumped up. Maybe you're a little too pumped up. Maybe you say a little too much. And then the flag comes out. And then after that, you try not to do that for the rest of the game. But sometimes those emotions, you don't know where the line is until you cross the line. And then when you cross the line, then you can plan for not doing that in the future.
Sometimes.
I had quite a few of those in my career.
First and 10, and here we go.
So in the red zone, Kalunga fakes the pass, pulls it down to throw, breaks a tackle, coming to the outside, and is spun out of bounds short of the 5.
Just needs a little tighter jersey. Guys are hanging on. He's dragging them, but they're hanging on. Needs that thing to get a little tighter, but this is what Strathmore is going to have to do. Kalunga's going to have to be the driver, whether he's running it in the design game, whether he's extending plays with his legs, whether he's throwing the football. Kalunga is the guy that makes this offense go, and this is the type of drive that Strathmore has been executing well early this season.
On second down, Ruiz, the ball carrier, spun down inside the 5, about the 4-yard line.
Reese on the run to the left side. Tackles right at the 4.
They can get a first down. About 3rd and 2 or so, 3rd and 3, so they can get a first down maybe just inside the 1-yard line.
Well, you're going 2 downs here, aren't you?
100%. Yeah, whatever you're calling on 3rd down, it's in anticipation of if we don't convert here, we know we're going to have another offensive snap. So inside run game would be.
And they hand it to the first man
ball's
through,
out.
and the ball came loose, recovered in the end zone. Looked like it was going to be a touchdown, but the Monarchs come up with the football.
Yeah, not
Result
sure.
of the play is touchback Exeter football.
Man, if it wasn't a touchdown, it was for sure a first down. A.B. Hernandez trying to get into the end zone. Oh, just nice job that time. Ripping the ball out. Yeah, 37. Taylor Vandenberg just saw that football, ripped it out. Or Joseph Ruiz, looked like 37. They put the turnover chain on number 7. I thought it was 37. He came up with the fumble, right? Yeah, he recovered it. We'll give my man Taylor Vandenberg some props because he ripped that ball out. Hernandez had it secured. He ripped it out. It's exactly what you're taught to do. That is a huge play.
Yeah, now Exeter's trying to make them pay for it.
Yeah, can't give up points here if you're Strathmore. Cannot do it. It's a great drive. Looked like you were going to be first and goal at least, if not into the end zone. And now you need a stop. For the first time tonight, the Strathmore defense has to step up. They have to keep Exeter out of the end zone because coming out the second half, Exeter receives the kickoff. So they could go, 2-for-0 right here, a couple of scores back-to-back, and basically put this game out of reach. Have to step up defensively right now if you're Strathmore.
Hand off and keep it on the ground. And struggling for every inch is Calderon in a stalemate.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He keeps those legs pumping. He keeps moving forward. It does give Strathmore, just like we saw on the other side, it does give Strathmore defenders some time and ability to try and rip that football out or peanut punch it out. But Calderon, he is not going to go down easy. Really nice job picking up that first down and a very deliberate operation again for Exeter. Not in a hurry. They want to take every second of this clock off in the first half before they put this in the end zone. Here we go, that 2-wide look where we've seen the vertical shot to Owen Robertson a couple times.
This time they'll run out of it. Not much there.
Yeah,
Calderon, the ball carrier.
Way to stay home. That perimeter defender slid down the line of scrimmage, didn't give Calderon the ability to bounce it back, to cut it back all the way across the grain and get outside. Nice job of backside pursuit, closing off that cutback to bring down Calderon for a gain of about 3.
Second down and 7.
And here we go, second down coming up.
3 deep coverage again, so that vertical shot is available if they want it.
Taken on a bounce by Calderon across the 40, close to the 45-yard line. And that's going to be another 1st and 10. 1st and 10 sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
We'll do a Strathmore player down.
Please stay tuned for the Xfinity Halftime Show featuring an interview with the team's principals. Didn't catch the number on him yet. There we will. Alessandro Iara.
It is not looking too good. Holding that neck area. Fun sharing the booth with some coaches, I know that.
Yeah.
Fired up. Hey, man, we've coached this the same way all week, and you're not doing it. Please just do it. Please just do the right thing. It can be very frustrating to not have any control over that.
Here we go.
Molina with the pump fake, and he's going deep. Got a man out there. Nearly picked off. Coming over defensively, Noah Pavone.
Nice job.
Knocked it away.
Nice job from Pavone coming out of the middle of the field. They ran that fake Higgs screen kind of fake stock block and go, that stutter and go move. Pavone was right there. Would love to come down with that one, turn this Exeter offense over. But a nice job knocking that away for an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Calderon to the far side. Picks up a few. Be short of midfield.
Nice pursuit that time. Exeter's been getting some push in the run game that time. Strathmore a little more stout at the point of attack. Setting up 3rd and 6. Big opportunity to get off the football field.
Approaching 1 minute to go in the half.
We'll see. Exeter's still not in a hurry. Still in their own territory. Wouldn't surprise me to see him hand this ball off and try to pick it up. You have that same 2 wide receiver look. Strathmore in that 3 deep coverage that they've been playing all night long.
They will keep it on the ground. And a big gain down inside the 30-yard line. The nice run there by Mikhail Luna. That's going to be another 1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. And now the clock will stop at 44.
And now they take a timeout.
Timeout.
Again,
Exeter.
loss
First
of
timeout of the half.
contain in the run game. That
Yeah,
edge
missed
defender,
tackles.
is way too wide. Nobody filling that huge alley that Exeter created for Luna. And the big sophomore bounces it outside. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Exeter wasn't moving quickly. You get a stop there, they probably punt the ball. You could use a timeout. Instead, now, hey, we're in plus territory. We're going to start moving quickly. We take our first timeout, 44 seconds left on the clock. We know that we pick up a 1st down. The clock stops to reset the chains. We can spike it. So plenty of time for Exeter to execute their regular offense. Really, we know they have the vertical ability with Robertson up top. Wouldn't surprise me to see them take a shot in the end zone right here or on this possession. A lot at their disposal. They can still work at their deliberate pace, maybe pick it up just a little bit, but the whole playbook is open for Exeter on offense right now.
They've had some success with those little passes to the perimeter, but this is a straight drop and a deep throw. Going for the end zone, up and getting the ball is Robertson. Touchdown. Wow. It's just a game of pitch and catch with him and the quarterback.
How high can you get up and catch that one? I mean, it's the same formation. It's the same defense from Strathmore. It's the same look for Jacob Molina. He knows if I just give my receiver a chance to get up and catch this football, he is going to win those more times than he loses. So far tonight, 3 for 3. I throw the jump ball, my guy goes up and gets it, and we get a big gain. 2nd touchdown of the night.
Boy, that is an impressive combination. Just seems like at some point they decided, well, we're going to try this, and it worked, and we're going to keep doing it.
Right, that 7-inch advantage, it's just too much to pass up. And Molina, again, give him a lot of credit. He is giving his receiver an opportunity to go up and make a play on the football. Not overthrowing it, not leaving it too short. He's given him a chance at the point of attack, at its highest point, to go up and get it. And he's just taller than Rodriguez. Robertson just using that 7-inch advantage to come up with a couple of big plays tonight.
So now Exeter in pretty good position, leading 28-7, 37 seconds before halftime.
Just like we saw Fresno State, their 1st and goal against Michigan, they throw a pick 6. I mean, it's a 14-point swing. Instead of, being down 23-17, Fresno State down 30-10, the game is essentially over. This one could have been 21-14.
Exeter seemed content to go into the locker room at 21-14.
Yeah, I mean, you could have been there. Instead, boom, you get that turnover, no points for Strathmore. You turn it into a 21-point lead going into halftime.
All right, the kickoff sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. Pena with the boot. Taking it about the 12-yard line. And I think the knee was down for Hernandez. Back inside the 20.
Hernandez on the return. Strathmore ball, 1st and 10.
Yeah, some guys flying on that kickoff. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns for Exeter in this first half. Done in a variety of ways. Power run game, getting to the perimeter, throwing the jump balls to Robertson. Molina, very efficient, uses his legs to extend plays, uses legs to pick up 1st downs. Strathmore, I think they found the recipe for success on that last drive. It's got to be Kalunga, whether he's running with it, getting outside the pocket, extended plays, that will work. you just have to finish. It's kind of been the theme of the night. Strathmore just has not been able to finish drives. They haven't been able to finish tackles, and we'll see if they just don't run this one and try to get into halftime and make some adjustments.
See if they're going to take any timeouts. Looks like they are taking timeout with 25 left. And the ball out across the 35, 36. First and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Make it the 37. Clock running. Did not use a timeout.
No.
Hand off again. Nice moves. And knocked out of bounds is Rodriguez. 9 seconds left.
Once again, that's going to move the chains for another Spartans first.
Rodriguez has got some quickness. He has some speed. He's running with Robertson every time he's out there in the cornerback position. Getting some space in the run game, making some positive yards.
Going to go for the deep ball. Incomplete. And still 2 seconds left. Good coverage down there.
Yeah, it looked like he had Matthew Santizo on the other side. Ran a little stutter and go. Looked like he had some space behind the cornerback, but Kalunga looking to this left side of the offense, puts it up. Well covered by Exeter.
So 2 seconds left. Five receivers in. And Kalunga's just going to run it into the middle of the field and be stacked up there as time runs out. The second quarter has been sponsored by Bonner Lacefield Marine, serving the Central Valley since 1939. So a very good first half for the Exeter Monarchs, a frustrating one for Strathmore. And the Monarchs lead at 28-7 at halftime. We're going to take a timeout and come back and get you through all the halftime activities right after this. Welcome back, everybody. A good first half for the Exeter Monarchs, rolling up a 28-7 lead on Strathmore's home field. Hitting a couple of big passes to their big man, Owen Robertson. And then Nico Calderon with a touchdown. Been kind of a rough first half, too. We had a player ejected for throwing some punches. Flags were flying. But the game's been pretty much controlled by the visitors from Exeter, leading 28-7 at halftime. There's Robertson with another one of those tall catches and a 31-yard touchdown run by Calderon. So Strathmore has some work to do in the second half. They're trying to make some kind of adjustments, I'm sure, with this time in the locker room at halftime. And that's where we are. Now time to take it through those halftime activities. The best of all, we'll send it down to Kevin Noor. Kevin?
Hey, I learn from the best. Ralph, you are the best. Yes, indeed. It's the Xfinity Halftime Report. Time for the Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, brought to you by Wendy's. And this guy right here is no stranger to the screen. You've been seeing him all night. This is Kenyon Johnson, senior extraordinaire from Strathmore High School, Mr. USA. Kenyon, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good tonight.
Right? Total Strathmore spirit right here. All right, so Kenyon, what sports do you participate here at Strathmore High School?
I play water polo, basketball, and swim.
Quite the eclectic blend. All right, so water polo, what's your position?
I'm a utility, so I pretty much do it all.
All right, and then in swimming, what are your events?
I do the 200 free and the 100 back. Those are my two main individual events.
All right, so we got the aquatics, and then for basketball, Hoop Dreams, what position do you play?
I play power forward center, a little blend of that.
All right. All league selection first team, y'all. And if I can brag some more, Kenyon, 4.27 GPA. So he's getting it done in the classroom. One thing about Vince Wesson, also about being the founding father here of Friday Night Rivals, is that he gave back to the community and did so many things for the people. You've done some things here in the Strathmore community. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I actually coached for Upward, which is a little basketball church league in Porterville, and I really enjoyed it. I loved hanging out with the kids, and I'm definitely going to come back this year.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine Coach Kenyon right there coaching them up, getting the jump stop going, jump stops, pivot, face, and reverse? Fantastic. And then, Kenyon, we're thinking about next year a little bit. We don't want to hurry the senior season, but next year, and if you say you're thinking about going to Grand Canyon University, you are locked in, application accepted, full ride. But are you thinking about some schools?
Yeah, right now I'm talking to a few schools. I really want to go to UC Davis, but I'm really just all about the journey and looking forward to the years to come.
Fantastic attitude. And then what would you like to study while at UC Davis or another school?
Yeah, I really want to be an engineer, pretty much any type, but I'm looking to go into civil engineering.
Goodness, he's got the grades, he's got the ability, he's got the spirit for it, and he is our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete from Strathmore High School, Kenyon Johnson. Congratulations, and we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. USA, USA, USA. This guy, spirit section, let's go. Way to go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. All right, well, we are back with the Xfinity Halftime Report. Time for our Educator Spotlight with our illustrious principal, host with the most from Strathmore High School, Principal Andrew Peterson. Thanks for having us, Andrew. It's been fantastic.
Well, we're really happy to have you out here. This is a great example of a kind of Americana setting that we celebrate here at Strathmore High School, and so happy to share this with the rest of the Valley.
Indeed. And then, we've been talking, we've been up there in the student section, which by far is leading the way in the central section. And we have a real FNR, most spirited student section, and they are leading the way. So we'll kind of keep our eyeball on them as they support the band that's playing. And you've got tremendous performing arts, right?
We do. So here at Strathmore High School, we have a band, choir, great programs, AVID. We have a ag-focused pathway called EAT, Emerging Agriculture Technology. But we also, Strathmore Athletics also has students from Harmony Magnet Academy right next to us, which has engineering and performing arts, and Porterville Military Academy. So kind of a unique situation where we have 3 schools that play under the umbrella of Strathmore Athletics, but we come together and we fight hard, and it's a great program that we're happy to offer to our families and the community.
Yeah, we're picking up on that, definitely, that this blend, it's such a community atmosphere and everybody supports one another. And just what a unique opportunity your students and staff have to explore all that is offered here in Strathmore. Anything in particular you're looking forward to as the year develops? I know we're still early on, but looking forward to a couple of things?
I think we're just really off to a great start. It's pretty early in the year, but we've got some great programs. We're really excited about our ag program because we've made a lot of it, new facilities that we've upgraded and new curriculum, and so we're giving our students a chance to get ready for the real world and contribute to the local economy. It's world-class agriculture around here, and we want to support that as best we can. I think evident tonight is the school spirit, the sense of community. And so I think this is just a great example of what we're trying to, bring everyone together and celebrate the successes of our athletes, but also our academics.
Yeah, authentically, genuinely, you have put it on display tonight, Principal Peterson, and we thank you so much for having us. Thank you for this and more Xfinity Halftime Report will be coming at you right after this. I mean, they are still fired up. The band's going. The cheerleaders performing. They're ready for the tire roll. This is good stuff. You would never know. Way to go. We are listening to the beat of the drum of Strathmore High School. This is a true halftime because we have the cheerleaders perform, band and percussion, color guard. The fans are still here. This is what it's all about. And of course, as we come back to the Xfinity Halftime Report, it's now time to feature Les Schwab Tires. And of course, Les Schwab, much more than just tires. They are part of our community. That's why we're here with Friday Night Rivals. That's why you see them at games, at other sporting events, performing events. We just had the Madeira Fair. They were involved there. They'll be involved with the Fresno Fair, Livestock, FFA. They are a part of the toy drives during the holiday season and contributing to youth groups. Les Schwab Tires is all about the community, and doing what's right matters to them. And of course, doing what's right matters right now, because what's right is the cheer challenge brought to you by Les Schwab. These inflatable tires that have been balanced, rotated properly by Les Schwab. Will it be Exeter? Okay. Or will it be the Spartans of Strathmore? Oh, all right. Let's get to the 50. We've had photo finishes. On your marks, get set, go! They are off. It is a dead heat, neck and neck. Exeter's coming right at me. They're coming right at me. I'm going to be... I'm excited. Make some noise. Yes, come here. Come here. Run to the camera. Come on. Run. Oh, wait. Okay, now run this way. Okay. Ow. Okay. Exeter Monarchs, you are victorious. The Les Schwab Cheer Challenge. I don't know, was that intentional cutting them off there at the end? I mean, it just happened. Get your tires rotated and balanced at Les Schwab. That's the first thing. How? Oh, come on. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Okay. How did you do it? How did you get it? They're not tired. I'm not tired. We're tired. These are the Monarchs. We'll be back with more extended. Run this way. Run this way. Look, Ralph. And
All right, welcome back. We're just about ready to start the second half. Teams are out on the field. Be sure to join us in, 3 weeks. How about that? 3 weeks we'll broadcast, and I can't wait for this one, Clovis North Central.
That's going to be a big one.
Right here on the CW 59.
Defending section champs. Team they beat in the section championship. Always a track fight with those two.
Halftime has been sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Yeah, we often look forward to certain matchups, and that's one you really got to mark on the calendar.
Yeah.
Clovis North and Central. But in 3 weeks, we're off for the next 2 games, the next Friday.
Well, Strathmore's got to kick it away to Exeter. Exeter's touched it 4 times tonight. They've scored 4 touchdowns tonight. Been a combination of some power run game, some QB run game, and then some vertical shots. Haven't seen them go back to the quick passing game after that first possession. They haven't really needed to, but this is a big possession for Strathmore. They have got to get a stop to give themselves a chance to get back in this football game.
And I think Charlie Gates is letting them know that right now in the middle of that huddle.
It's an impressive young man right there.
Tonight's closed captioning is sponsored by Sante Health, Sante Physicians, the best doctors, the best choice.
Sophomore leader, 4.5. Student athlete.
4.5. I've told you before, being from Southern California, when I hear 4.5, all I'm thinking is earthquake.
They just had one, right? Today or yesterday. Yeah, just had one.
I don't know about those grade point
yeah.
averages. No. I was never in that territory.
No, me neither.
All right, time for the kickoff, sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank.
Got to finish. That's got to be the message for Strathmore in the second half. They put themselves in position. They've been in the right spot. Now just finish the play. Finish the tackle. Finish the pass breakup. Finish the run with the ball in your hands.
Very efficient first half for Exeter. See if the Monarchs can keep that going in the second half. That ball picked up and returned on a nice run back out across the 40-yard line.
There's a return 2 on the 41 there.
Cash Morales on the return, setting the Monarchs up at the 41.
We talked about spreading the wealth. If you're Exeter, so many weapons at their disposal on offense. And Cash Morales, we've seen touch it. Robertson, we've seen touch it. I mean, there's been a bevy of weapons. Calderon with a touchdown.
Timeout for an injured player.
Down.
Isaac Acevedo is the player being helped off. Tonight's injury report is sponsored by Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel better, faster. And that's what we're hoping for in this case.
Got a little limp going. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff happen in those kicks with everybody flying around every direction.
That's right.
We'll start the second half with a running play to Nico Calderon, who had 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Nice job by Strathmore. When they play technically sound football, assignment sound football, like they put themselves in position. When it's bottled up like that, they do a nice job. They've had trouble defensively when Exeter is able to create space, when they have to make those one-on-one tackles in space, pass breakdowns in space. They've just struggled with that. They just got to continue to finish in the second half.
Pass to the near side. This is Robertson, not down. Still on his feet inside the 35 where he's knocked out of bounds there. That was another play they had going. Throw it up for the big guy to go get it.
Yeah, and that time again, Strathmore in position. Just Robertson has done a really nice job tonight, not just high pointing the ball at the point of attack, but that time making Rodriguez miss, making a couple more guys miss, continuing to pick up positive yardage. He's been a weapon on the outside, and Strathmore really has had no answer for his size and his physicality on the perimeter.
1st and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Hand off to Calderon, looking for a crack in that defense. Gets it down near the 31-yard line.
Yeah, well defended. Strathmore has done a nice job in run game between the tackles. They haven't given up a lot of space in between the tackles. It's when Calderon's gotten out on the edge, but he's really hurt him in the run game. When Molina's gotten out on the edge, that they've really hurt them. Otherwise, they've been fairly sound.
But it has to be frustrating because the ball keeps moving down the field.
Right.
Keeps on matriculating down the field.
Matriculating down the field.
This is Luna. Going to make those chains move once again. Another first down sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
Again, using that wingback, Steven Singh Prachan, to just add an extra body at the point of attack. Luna that time, wide open hole for him to run through, able to move the sticks. It's very methodical pace, just offense executing at a high level.
Luna bouncing it to the outside. Got out of one tackle. Inside the 20. Run out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Gates had a shot at him right at the beginning of the run, but couldn't finish. Tonight's Red Zone is sponsored by Toyota.
Yeah,
Luna goes off the field.
Gates is the edge guy. He has to force that ball back inside or make a tackle in position. Just didn't get Luna on the ground, and it's 1st and 10. I think they're trying to figure out where the sticks should be. Here we go.
And here we go, first down.
Calderon, the ball carrier.
We go for a gain of 5, maybe 6. He's running to the left side. And that'll bring him second down.
Some tired bodies out there for Strathmore.
Hurting guys.
You know, Gates he hasn't left the field. But any
He's
snap,
limping around out there.
He's been on there, and he just took a physical block at the end of that one.
Second down, here we go.
Calderon taken down before he can get to the 5.
Tackles made by number 80.
Nice stop, nice pursuit.
Short game of play.
Aiden Osborne on the tackle.
Yeah. Tracking Calderon down from the backside. Nice penetration. Nice job bringing him down. 3rd and 6. Opportunity to hold Exeter to a field goal. You got to keep him out of the end zone. 21 points is a big hill to climb. That goes to 4 possessions. It's just you have to score every time. You have to try and steal a possession to get back in this game. This is a must-stop drive for the Strathmore defense.
Everybody in tight, so they will go that way. And then Luna stood up and pushed back. That time, the guy who was so tired, Charlie Gates, summoned enough energy to make the stop. And it's 4th down.
Nice job. They were looking to get that one up inside. Luna tries to bounce it outside this time. Charlie Gates stays home, does not let the ball get outside of him. Moves Luna backwards right at the point of attack. A little talking afterwards, not too much, just a little bit. And nice job. Got to stop. Forced a field goal attempt. That was the first time tonight that this Strathmore defense made a stop and kept Exeter out of the end zone.
Aaron Garcia from 25, and it's not going to get there. So the defense turns the Monarchs away without points.
That's a big stop. First time tonight that Strathmore defense has turned Exeter away. No points on the board. Get it back to your offense. Let your quarterback go to work, right? It's 3 possessions. We have to score 3 touchdowns. Keep them out of the end zone. Twice. We're back in this football game.
All right, let's send it downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Thanks, Ralph. Friday Night Rivals is powered by the United States Army. I am here with Sergeant Reinhardt, Sergeant Norden, and Drill Sergeant Norden. And Sergeant Norden, we, of course, have some special things about to happen. But first, what inspired you to join the United States Army?
So what inspired me was my parents. You know, my parents my dad was a police officer, and I went to the Army, and they said that I could get trained to become a cop. And the rest is history. I've been in the Army 20 years. I'm about to retire and take care of my wife and 3 beautiful sons.
Indeed. Thank you for your service and your entire family. And then, of course, we have to ask the question. It's my favorite part of the night. Right. What's about to go down, Sergeant Norton?
All right, so what's about to go down is my wife. She's a drill sergeant. And since it's Friday the 13th, you guys have done this before, but it's going to be a little bit scarier. She's going to lead us in some push-ups, basic training style.
Drill Sergeant Norden, are you Of course you are. I'm going to hand you the microphone. I rarely do that because I want to participate Friday night. Let's go.
All right, Spartans!
Let's go.
Get ready to push the great state of California away from you. Down.
Joseph Reese.
Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. I said down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. I said down.
First down, Exeter.
Monarchs. Push them back a bit. Early Monarch ball, 1st and 10.
Back a little bit, but same concept, giving your receiver a chance to go up and make a play. We've seen Robertson do it a couple times tonight. That time Santinzo, same opportunity, just did not execute. Again, Exeter finishing plays
50-50
on both sides
ball.
of the ball. Yeah,
50-50 ball. You hear a lot of talk
it's been
about
100-0 tonight with Exeter coming down with those balls, whether they're on offense or defense.
So the Monarchs are back on offense again. Calderon breaking a couple of tackles, busting it to midfield, still on his feet, down to the 46-yard line, and they'll blow it dead there. Picked up about 9.5 yards.
Yeah, that's as close as you can get to a first down without picking up a first down. Nice run on first down. Just a physical run from Ruiz. Or Luna, sorry.
Calderon. First hit in the backfield by Julian Ruiz, number 74.
Julian Ruiz having a nice night, creating some penetration into that Exeter offensive backfield. Hasn't finished many plays, but he's been in position. He's disrupted some of the run game. That time, nice job bringing Calderon down. Set up this 3rd and short.
3rd down, here we go.
3rd and a yard. Molina will keep it himself and get pushed across the 45. Should be plenty for the first down.
Quarterback right up the middle of the game.
Hopefully we can do this again.
And that will move the chains.
It is a 1st and 10 sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
Awesome. Thank you.
But they didn't give him very much.
Yeah, just barely got that first down. It's a very workmanlike night for this Exeter offense so far.
Yeah, the clock just continues to churn off minutes and seconds. Calderon just keeps shedding tacklers and picking up yards.
Just executing the plan. Playmakers making plays with the ball in their hands. You know, they're not, haven't been sped up, haven't been in a hurry. They've just executed the game plan at a higher level than Strathmore has been able to execute tonight. And Molina, kind of the driver of all of it, very calm, very patient, very deliberate in what he does.
Another handoff to Calderon, gets to the corner and going to pick up another first down. First and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture. Chains move, clock ticks.
Got Calderon getting the edge again, hitting the perimeter of that Strathmore defense. Nobody containing the football. Another first down. This is just line them up. Let's move them around.
Snap got away from Molina. He went back and picked it up, but then he's going to get dropped for a loss by Sebastian Jimenez.
Nice play, and maybe light a spark from the Strathmore defense. Just a fumbled snap, a nice pursuit. Molina's able to break one, but not break another. Big loss on first down.
Gates was the first one there, kind of tripped him up.
Yeah, Gates has just been he's been a workhorse tonight, both sides of the ball. Playing physical.
Molina throws, has the pass complete to Aiden Martinez.
Yeah, Kalunga on defense. No real yards after the catch that time. A little flat route to Martinez, just picking up 4 or 5 to create a more manageable third down situation for Exeter offensively. Nice to see Kalunga on the field playing defense. He's the best athlete that Strathmore has. Nice close and tackle on that quick outcut. 3rd and 10, probably 4 down territory for execute. Yeah, 31-yard line. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Calderon carry it again. Try and set up a 4th and shorter, or he looks like you have that same one-on-one coverage out wide with Robertson.
Pass comes to the near side, caught by Robertson inside the 20. Still hard to bring down, gets close to the 15. That's going to be another first down in the Toyota red zone.
Nice execution. Molina steps back, throws it on time, right on the money to Robertson on the outcut. Breaks a tackle, picks up positive yardage after the catch, run after the catch, and Exeter knocking on the door of the red zone again. Or inside the red zone again.
Hand off to Calderon, looking for something on the right side, pushing the pile down close to the 12-yard line. Tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. A lot of smiles tonight at Strathmore, that's for sure. Even though the score is not what they'd like. It's Friday night, and you're in high school.
That's right. And they've been having a blast all day, all night. Fired up when we got here. Still fired up.
So 1st and 10 from the 13. Sorry, 2nd down from the 13. Luna stood up, breaks a tackle, and got about 3 more yards than you thought he would have on the first attempt.
Yeah, he's run the ball physically tonight. He and Calderon both.
Looks like a timeout for another injured player.
It looks like Charlie Gates.
While they tend to the injured player, we will take a timeout. With the score 28-7, Exeter leading Strathmore. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. Welcome back to Strathmore. Spartans trailing Exeter 28-7. Charlie Gates was the injured player for Strathmore, helped off the field and to the bench.
Hope he's okay. That's a huge loss for Strathmore. I mean, he's edge setter on defense. Big catch in the first half, playing tight end.
The pitch to Calderon, looking for the end zone in his third touchdown of the game. And gets it. Well, he turned on the Jets, was never touched until he got down there near the sideline.
He did, just way too much space. A little quick snap from Exeter offensively. Didn't look like Strathmore was lined up. Gates not on the field. Had to replace him. Just didn't look like they knew exactly what was going down. And Calderon takes that quick toss, gets to the perimeter, gets into the end zone again for the third time tonight.
Six-yard run, a 31-yard run, and another 6-yard run.
This one is no good.
Could be player of the game. 3 touchdowns for Nico Calderon. Ran physically too, converted. He's done a really nice job running with the football tonight.
Extra point no good, 1:08 to go here in the third. 34-7.
We're just really surprised at this score. This is a good Strathmore team. This Exeter football team, just a few too many weapons, a little bit more size, getting some push in the run game, and then the skill players for Exeter done a really nice job tonight.
Here's our weekly financial wellness tip, sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time. Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. Here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Smart debt. If possible, avoid taking on debt. If you must take on debt, be aware of interest rates and make sure payments fit into your budget. This is brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Kickoff is sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank. That kick is going to go out of bounds.
It's going to roll out of bounds. Strathmore ball, 1st and 10.
Well, last possession, Kalunga throws one up. Tries to give his receiver a chance to go get it. Ruiz comes down with it instead. Exeter turns that into 6 points. I think the game plan has got to be largely the same. Get Kalunga out in space.
Illegal procedure. Kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st down.
Wade Van Hooser, the referee tonight. The umpire, Pierre Chamavid. The head linesman is Chris Mendoza. Line judge, Charles Burrell. Back judge, Cody Williams.
They've done a nice job tonight. Settled down that fight. They've called a good game.
It's going to go for a short game there. Rodriguez on the run.
Well, the Spartans look downcast and tired right now.
They do. You know, it's really hard to play both ways, play on special teams, be a returner, do all those things, but it's even more difficult when you're down 34-7 at home in a big rivalry game. You know, it can just take that little bit of extra energy out of you, and you know, Strathmore needs a spark, need a big play, need Kalunga to break one, need something to happen to bring some life back to the Strathmore sideline.
Not too much there, but Rodriguez tries to get something out of very little. Be sure to join us in 3 weeks. We'll broadcast the Clovis North Broncos against the Central Grizzlies right here on CW 59. That is 3 weeks from tonight.
It's a long time.
That'll do it for the third quarter here. The next time run out. 1 quarter to go. been all Exeter in this one. The Monarchs lead Strathmore 34-7. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this. Welcome back, everybody. We start the fourth quarter.
Oh.
Kalunga looking for something down there, and he had enough to pick up the first down. First and 10, sponsored by Serrano's Furniture.
Toss down, too. Clean tackle, just a physical tackle. Kalunga just making it happen with his legs. Nobody open downfield, tucking that one, picking up a first down, keeping that Strathmore offense on the football field. It's got to be more of that in this fourth quarter.
Ruiz working as a blocker for his quarterback, who runs out of bounds just short of the 40.
And he gets going quick, too. He hits that corner. He can accelerate. Just got to get him in a little bit more space. He hasn't been in space tonight at all, really. Got to find a way to get him out on the edge quickly with some blockers in front. See if he can use that speed to pop a big play.
Hand off to Ruiz. Puts his head down, picks up a couple of yards. Tonight's chill play of the game is sponsored by J.C. Melton, keeping local families cool for over 75 years.
Really changed this football game.
Stripped the ball and recovered it in the end zone. What looked like it was going to be a touchdown becomes not.
Yeah, it becomes an
and
Exeter.
Lose a lot of momentum.
Yeah, Exeter score. Instead of down 21-14, you're down 28-7. It's a different game.
Vandenberg, who I think was involved in that fumble play that we just showed you earlier. He's in on the tackle here.
Was the guy who stripped that one. Just a clean strip, too. Exactly what they teach you to do. That ball's out there. That runner's already secured. You try to pull that one out or punch it out. Done very nicely by Vandenberg. That was the play of the game so far, man. That totally changed all the momentum. Exeter goes down and score and has not been close since.
3rd and 10. Rodriguez is going to pick up first down yardage inside the 30. You know, when you look around that team, there's not a lot of offensive weapons. I would say that Exeter probably has more guys who, out on the perimeter for one thing. Robertson has been kind of a game changer himself.
Yeah.
They're just throwing the ball up for him to get it in a jump ball situation.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And Rodriguez has been in, he's been in good position defensively. Just, 7-inch deficiency, and Robertson's taken advantage of that. It's really Kalunga and probably Rodriguez offensively. Gates caught the one ball, but, when Exeter has it, there's so much that they can do.
Kalunga rolling. Now he's going to go to the other side. He's got a receiver over there, but he's going to run it. And looking for some blocks, not going to get them. Spun down inside the 30. All right, let's go down to Kevin Miller for a sideline report. Kevin?
I think the saying is, if you like it, then you better put a ring on it. With Strathmore football, they all of their championships. I have with me, of course, the Strathmore cheerleaders, and we've got John. Oh, very well done. Yes. Very thematic. Spirit pom-poms. Dawn right here is a renowned booster for Strathmore. We've got she was a former water girl, and she's got some rings here. But come on in here a little tight, and let's take a look. All right, so Dawn, what does this one represent?
This is our 2023 state championship.
Just last year, D7 state champions. And then Vanessa, come on over here, Eric. What do we got? We got 3 on your ring, on your fingers there. What's this one right here?
This is 2017 Valley, 2016 state, and 2018. This is our Southern ring.
Wow, 4 of them and more to come if Strathmore has anything to do with it. This is special. This is hardware. This is bling. This is Strathmore. Route Cam, back to you. Can I borrow one? Can I? No, I don't. That's all right. Yeah, Strathmore, let's go.
Whole lot of championships won down here in Strathmore. State titles, Southern section titles.
Absolutely.
Or Southern Region titles, section titles. Jeremy Blackwell has done a fantastic job building this program.
Spartans in the red zone, sponsored by Toyota, trying to get to the end zone.
Just like you said, just a little outgun tonight. You look over on the other side of the ball. You got Molina, the signal caller, Cash Morales, who has speed, Kyle Derone, 3 touchdowns tonight. We know Owen Robertson, 2 touchdowns, going up over the top for 3 big plays. Just a bevy of weapons. And Wyatt Stockton, one of the most physical players on the team, got booted in the first quarter. So they're missing him. But just a roster of weapons for Exeter to utilize, and they've all contributed positively tonight. Strathmore just has not really found that rhythm offensively the same as Exeter has tonight.
Rodriguez, the ball carrier.
To the left side.
Yeah, so I think I'm understanding what they're saying.
Strong football culture here in Strathmore, though. I mean, these fans love it. They support it. Students love it. They support it. Got guys going both ways, not leaving the football field. It's
don't think about going shopping or anything on game nights.
No.
Everybody's at the game.
It's Strathmore's shut down. I mean, you get off the freeway and you see cars parked miles away from the stadium.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool experience. It's a pretty cool sight.
And the way they have, a lot of the fans have lawn chairs. You can see them in the background there. Lawn chairs ringing the end zones. Speaking of the end zones, they're going to find it with Rodriguez. So Strathmore gets back on the board. Rodriguez with the touchdown run.
Nice finish. And they're still fighting. They are still fighting in this game, no doubt about it. They're still giving it everything they have.
Yeah, their season's not done. They got more games to get ready for.
For sure. And look, Exeter is a Division IV football program. Strathmore is a Division VI football program. Exeter lost in the semifinals of Division IV last year to Dos Palos, who lost to Matilda Torres. Strathmore won Division VI last year. There's just there's a difference in student body. There's a different type of athlete that you have access to. So this is a Strathmore team that, make no mistake, they are a state title contender again in 2024. It might not necessarily look like it tonight against an Exeter team that has a lot of weapons and has a really good football program, but they will be there at the end of the season, no doubt.
And this is the first time we've done a game at Strathmore. I think it's safe to say we'll be back.
Oh, man. It's just this atmosphere, this environment, second to none in the Valley.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, we're going to take a Timeout, 6:09 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 34-14 lead for Exeter over Strathmore. Hey, happy Friday the 13th, everybody. How you like that view of the moon? Time for another kickoff sponsored by Fresno First Bank. FFB is your football fanatical bank.
At least you're not reading all these promos for scary movies like you usually do in October. Just yet.
Nice move in the open field there to create some more space to the near side, and nearly got free at the 40. Nice return by Morales.
Yeah, he's only touched the ball a few times tonight, but every time he touches it, he's dangerous. He's very dangerous. On the verge of taking him the distance anytime he touches it. And it's just another one of those weapons that Exeter has at their disposal for Molina to execute this offense.
Here's our weekly financial wellness tip sponsored by Premier Valley Bank, enriching lives one customer, employee, and community at a time. Kevin?
Yeah, here with your Premier Valley Bank student financial tip. Plan for big expenses. Whether it's a down payment on a house or a new car, plan ahead for big expenses by saving up and making informed decisions about financing options. This is brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, a local bank you can depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Good to see Gates is back in the game.
Still fighting, still battling, still trying to hold the edge.
Still trying to hold it together.
Very deliberate pace from Exeter. Calderon's still running physically.
Yeah, he kind of gets he disappears in that pile, but he keeps moving everybody along with him.
Hasn't stopped fighting for yards.
Third down and a yard to go.
Haven't seen Shafter, haven't seen Dos Palace, but man, this Exeter team in Division 4, they are legit. They lost to Shafter, one possession loss earlier this season. Their only loss of the year. That's going to be a D4 battle at the end of the year because this team they can do it all. They have weapons, they have athletes, they have size, quarterback they can execute, they play sound defensively. It's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
Calderon will pick up the first down.
Same goes for Strathmore, D6. They're a perennial Central Section title contender this year, no different. Perennial state championship contender this year, no different. Kalunga is kind of the key. He's playing defense now. You've seen some flashes from him. He just hasn't been able to get started tonight. Haven't been able to create enough space for him to really use his athleticism to hurt the defense. But we'll see big plays from him throughout this season, no doubt.
First and 10 from midfield. Sweep to the near side.
Robertson on the run. Picks up about 7.
Right after the game, stay tuned for Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's coming up on the CW 59.
And Exeter came in here with a chip. You know, it got out of hand a little bit in the first quarter. It went a little too far with some punches thrown, but, you know, that player was disqualified. But they came in here to set a physical tone. Everything about them, the way they took the field, their approach to playing offense and defense, special teams, the way they finish plays, finish runs, finish tackles. They came here with a physical mindset, and they've executed that for 4 straight quarters tonight.
This is Luna off the far side. Stopped short of the first down.
26, Michael Luna.
Be sure to join us in 3 weeks as we broadcast the Clovis North Broncos at Central Grizzlies. That's right here on CW 59.
Coming up for Exeter.
Going to look a little different than what we saw tonight. A little more size, a little more speed, a little more size of roster, but this is high quality, small town football in the Valley for sure. This Exeter team is very impressive. Same goes for Strathmore. Outgunned tonight, but 2 quality football programs that have had a lot of success recently.
Luna with a nice move to pick up about 4 extra yards down to the 35. And again, those chains move. Clock's going to start rolling again. Approaching 2 minutes to go.
I remember nights after games like this where you don't leave the football field.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. You are dead tired afterwards. You're dead tired the next day. Hats off to everybody on this field going both ways, not really leaving the football field. It's a big ask, and these guys have done it. They're continuing to do it, continuing to fight. Hats off. It's not an easy task playing this many snaps in one night. Ooh, and still playing like that. Still coming downhill, making hits. Just love it. No loss in the fight for Strathmore. Hernandez, we saw a fumble earlier, still coming downhill, making hits on the ball carrier. They're still fighting, man. I love to see it.
Stay tuned at the conclusion of tonight's game for the post-game wrap-up and presentation of the Player of the Game award. Exeter will improve to 3-1. Strathmore will suffer its first defeat, 2-1. Jeremy Blackwell, head coach here for 24 years,
yeah.
I saw?
Yep.
Second down coming up.
Former Fresno State Bulldog, former teammate of mine.
Yep.
Fantastic individual. Native, came back to help his community. And, I mean, you saw it tonight. This
Wow.
community is bought in, and he is a huge part of that. He built this culture here at Strathmore, a perennial Central Section contender, a perennial state championship contender, and this community is behind him 100%. Just love to see it. Love to see it.
Victory formation for the Monarchs.
Nice move by Exeter. Hard-fought game, both sides. Left it all out there for sure.
So we came to Strathmore for the first time, and we liked what we saw.
Oh, man.
Great atmosphere, hard fought game on the field. And we'll want to come back.
Oh, yeah. We were welcomed with open arms. You were getting props in the booth. People couldn't believe they were meeting you up here. Ralph Wood, are you kidding me? That was awesome. So such a great time tonight.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It was.
And I know what you're looking at. The players really enjoy it the most. To get a game on television like this,
yeah,
you'll keep that forever.
Oh, man. You know, we got their best shot, no doubt, tonight. And like I said, Exeter, they just came out. They came out with a chip. They came out with a mindset, and they just methodically executed on both sides of the football, got some big plays when they needed it. Strathmore fought till the end, scored that late touchdown. You know, that fumble from her, that really was the difference in the game. If they go down one score, I think this game looks totally different. But Exeter turned them over, turned it into points. The rest was history, 34-14 victory.
Yeah, it started 14-0, then 14-7. And 21-7 on Calderon's 31-yard touchdown run.
Not a lot for our guy Don Smith to talk about tonight.
No.
Got the one fight, did a great job, but it was a clean football game. It was well played on both sides. It was clean, you know. Once they got over the little bit of chippiness at the beginning, it was well played. And very, very well officiated.
All right, we're going to take a break while Kevin Miller gets in position with the winning team. We'll be right back after this. Jack in the Box, play the game. Jacob Molina throwing the ball up there for Owen Robertson to just go up and get it at 6-1. That ultimately led to a touchdown. Tonight's play of the game is sponsored by Jack in the Box. At Jack, every bite's a big deal. And a lot of plays tonight were big deals. Let's send it down to Kevin Miller with tonight's winners. Kevin?
We are here with the victorious Monarchs, Exeter! Yeah. Coach Ruben Ruiz, dominating performance, offensively, defensively. What do the Monarchs have their sights set on this season?
There's only one goal every year, and that's to win it all. So we want to be section champs. I got a great team behind me. I got a great coaching staff with me, and I think if we continue to improve week to week, we can get there.
You guys believe that? Section champs? Of course you do. You're Monarchs. Now, we've got a player of the game with 3 rushing TDs. Number 2 in your program. Number 1 in your heart. Nico Calderon. Hey, nice bling right there. We got a plaque for you, too. Nico, how did the Monarchs get it done tonight?
It was great teamwork. The line stepped up. Oh my God, it makes me happy. Great communication.
Yeah, heck yeah. Nico, that's a good shout out, dude. They're going to be blocking for you, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was great communication between the coaches, the players, everything in total.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations. Take that, some more hardware along with this bling. And let's celebrate one more time the Exeter Monarchs. Oh, yeah. Ralph, back to you.
There are so many great things that happen during these telecasts. You know, you just want to watch and see what's going to happen next.
Love it, man. Just to be a part of this platform, allow these kids to perform on TV, man. It's a dream come true for so many.
Hey, coming up right after this game, stay tuned for Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's coming up on the CW 59. And join us in 3 weeks as we broadcast the Clovis North Broncos against the Central Grizzlies right here on CW 59. Well, we're going to have a couple of 3 weeks to get thinking about that one. I'm looking forward to that.
I don't get to see you for 3 weeks. That's very
You'll
disappointing.
see me around. I know where to find you at Bulldog Stadium.
That's right.
Saturday nights.
That's right. That's right.
And there's another one tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah, New Mexico State. Former Dog Jeremy Blackwell. This is a wonderful program. He's built a wonderful culture around Strathmore football. Too much Exeter Monarch talent tonight. Kyle Derone played a fantastic game.
You know, and I like Exeter's look.
Yeah.
I just like the clean look
Very
of their
clean,
uniforms
right?
and the helmets, and everybody's got the matching caps, and I like it.
They played like that, right? They played like a team that is very simple and basic. We're just going to come out and punch you in the mouth, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to tell you about it. We're not going to be flashy. We're just going to play like that. And they came out and got it done tonight. This is a tremendous victory. This game is usually close every single year. I think that just shows how good this 2024 version of the Exeter Monarchs are. They and Shafter, Dos Palos, got to be 3 favorites right now in Division 4. And I think Exeter took a loss to Shafter. It'll be those two at the end of it. It was a very impressive performance tonight. And the cheerleaders even won the Les Schwab Tire Roll to top it all off.
Well, they were taking care of business tonight, that's for sure, in every phase. Good game for the Monarchs. Once again, final score here, 34-14. Exeter with the win over Strathmore. And I want to remind you, we'll see you again in 3 weeks. That's October 4th. That'll be the game between Clovis North and Central. Great job by our crew here. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Cam. Thank you to Kevin. Thanks to you for watching. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Good night, everybody.